Nobody likes a sellout, and the YouTubers who accepted sponsorships on Candid may well have been led up the garden path by them. But attacking them for not knowing in advance that which it took harmful opinions weeks to uncover is unfair.
It's a good thing that didn't happen then, isn't it? The bullies and trolls are not allowed, we scan every comment, and if it's rude or nasty or annoying, it's filtered by the bot. That took about 5 seconds. Let me illustrate that. On top of that, the stories about how the bot uses AI to enforce civility are on their website. And even if they did no research, the people sponsored by Candid, thanks to Baring, who was also sponsored, telling me about this, are given a list of talking points that suggests they mention it. This means people like Shuon Head, who in the past has viciously attacked social media platforms for using similar shadow banning systems, chose to, when paid, not mention that thing she hates. Not mention that thing her audience would hate in what she's advertising. Any of the free speechy people who advertised it and didn't tell you about that bit deliberately omitted it, went out of their way to think about it and then not mention something the people paying them to make a video suggested they mention. The ad Black Pigeon Speaks made was fucking hilarious, bearing this in mind. I think Mundane Matt's one was saying it's different to other social media or whatever, but I'm not gonna go listen to that again. Sargon doesn't seem to understand why this pissed people off, so I'll let him explain it to himself. I'll get it started off though. It looks like these people were
lie to you through omission. And in my opinion, this is the highest and worst form of lying. This is a form of lying that is so advanced, and they have perfected to such a degree that they do not even need to tell you an untruth in order to mislead you. You can't actually point to their statements and say, this is a lie, because they don't make lying statements. But by the narrative that they weave, by the story that they tell you, they deliberately leave out key pieces of information that leave you with a false impression of what happened.
Here's another really nice lie by omission. You see, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't been able to tell you. What made it drag out for weeks is that I've been carrying a bunch of info that I need to either not share because I might get in trouble for having it, hypothetically, allegedly I have it, or because the people who gave it to me would get in trouble. But I don't really care anymore, because my channel's gone, so fuck it, whatever. I'll give you one little piece of it. Here goes. I've shown you the CEO of Candid denying something in a suspicious way before. You said someone from our side approached someone to make a counter video. We have never approached anyone to make a counter video. I am asking you, where did you get that information from? We have never asked anyone to attack you or counter you. That is a lie. While Baring, who was also sponsored by Candid, was helping me, he got in contact with Candid's marketer and talked about the shitstorm that followed my videos going up. Candid's marketer at the time responded and said, "We're actually aware of it, and we're having some influencers do a counter video. Would you be open to doing that as well?" Yeah, the Candid stuff did drag on a bit. That's what tends to happen when you're dealing with a paid retaliation. At least when it comes to me, because I don't tolerate that shit. The funniest thing about this though is thanks to the Guardian_001 on Twitter letting me into his account to see his DMs, because he was helping me with this, I know that, as of December, even though he no longer works with Candid, that marketer's still pissed at me, because he wasn't personally able to retaliate while he was working for them. So instead, he had to get skeptics to act as a proxy. That, mate, is the kind of stuff that takes weeks to get out and that people are really pissed off about, not the original information about the app. Oh man, and to be worried about people getting, shut down through not getting sponsors or having their sponsors taken away. Not being able to afford to keep doing whatever they're doing. I mean, yeah, I know, before he deleted this from his AskFM account, the Amazing Atheist was saying he wanted me to die for what I said. He said, "These morons like harmful opinions who have tried to turn the app into something nefarious just so he can disparage his fellow YouTubers are disgraceful. Advertisers turn me down all the time for my content, and when one finally comes along with a good deal," he's worked with their parent company MyLikes for years. This isn't a new thing. "Some twat who looks like Meatwad trashes them and makes it harder for me and others sponsored by Candid to make money. Fuck harmful opinions. As far as I'm concerned, he's cost me money and can/should die. So yeah, I understand for skeptics, the limit to free speech is when what you say might cost them money. But isn't legal intimidation a little bit more serious than criticism? When YouTuber Johnny Fox was trying to talk to Bindu Reddy, the CEO of Candid, she was telling him about how, regarding people criticizing her product, there were several blatant false allegations and that's technically libel. What I am saying is, they caused a lot of damages to us, and legal is not happy. So a lot of attackers straight up broke the law pretty badly. But I am trying to assess the situation fairly. Johnny asked her, "Explain to me first, what law was broken? In what way? What country?" In response to which she asserted, both US and UK laws are broken. When you make false accusations against someone, and that causes damage, it's libel. Typically, hundreds of thousands of dollars have to be paid for libel. Johnny said, "Good luck." And to reinforce the fact that this was meant as a method of intimidation, rather than her simply speaking candidly. Here's a bit more from a conversation with The Guardian on Twitter. He asked her about this. What he did was he sent her a link to a tweet where I had posted Johnny Fox's leaked DMs, recommending that she keep that stuff private, to which she responded, "Yeah, I said that to him because he was trying to make more shit up about us, but yeah, thanks. Just telling him he was breaking the law." If you're okay with trying to scare people into silence, telling them how much money it's going to cost them if they speak, and how their lawyers want to go after people, but, I'm nice, I'm holding them back, just, be a good boy, and it won't happen to you. If you're okay with that, fine. A lot of people aren't gonna be if you're fucking endorsing a company that behaves this way. Personally, I'm gonna fucking fight you, mate, you cunt. Because if you have a business relationship to promote them, you make them look good, they make you look good, that's partly for your benefit, so fuck ya. And finally, once again thanks to the Guardian_001 on Twitter, who let me into his account. He gave me his password so that I could go and look myself to see that he's not bullshitting me. The CEO of this company was negotiating rewards with people to track me. Being in a situation where people around you on the internet are taking this company's cash, and that this company also tries to get people to track you, leak them stuff, information, whatever, fucking sucks. It's a real bad position to be in, to be honest. I don't have a ton of money behind me. I don't have a bunch of advisors from Google and the ex-Reddit CEO Yishan Wong. I don't have an army of investors or a crew of YouTube influencers I can pay to propagandize for me. So even though when I come across something like this, I feel it's necessary for me to fight, and these are my enemies, it's sort of hopeless. Very, very heavily outgunned. But it would be wrong for me not to, because of the promises I made early on about what I would do and what I would fight. I think in my 10k sub video, I've certainly said it a few times. Anyway, it was really weird because I don't remember if I mentioned, but I probably screwed up. Maybe I downloaded some dodgy shit. Whatever, I don't know. My security's compromised, lost a bunch of stuff. I partly felt relieved. I didn't get why, but I twigged it watching Sargon's video that I'm kind of responding to, I guess bouncing off of maybe. I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be associated with these people. Like, you can't avoid people calling you a skeptic. I fucking hate that so much. Because just the incestuousness makes me sick. It's what I hated when I was looking at games journos. Do not want to be part of a club like that. And it's been crystallized here by the corporate involvement, the hand of big money poking at people, and you see the things that I don't like. So yeah, being connected to that kind of stuff ain't worth the cash to me. If I make videos again, it will be something entirely separate, because I realise that I wish I'd sort of gone a different path, I guess you'd say. I will keep streaming though, because I think that's separate enough, just dicking around with video games on Twitch when I get my account back. And see ya, folks.